All right, on today's episode, we are doing a pizza challenge, a blind pizza tasting. I've got friends coming over tonight, and what are they tasting? Well, I'm making some dough from a Biga starter and some dough from a Poolish starter, so let's get into it. Okay, so I'd never made a Biga before, and I've had a few people in the comments ask me, I've had friends ask me if I've ever used a Biga as a starter, and I hadn't. So this is the first time I'm using a Biga to make pizzas, and really the main reason was when you look at, the difference between a Poolish and a Biga is this bigger, chewier, denser kind of dough, where Poolish starters give you this kind of lighter, crispier, which is kind of in my wheelhouse, and that was the main reason. But as a pizza fan, I probably need to try both, and that's what we're doing today. Just looking at these as I take the lids off and looking at how they've rose, the Biga has risen quite a bit more. Not quite double, but at least, about a third more, 50% more. And just looking at the surface and the way it looks, I really like the way the Biga dough looks. I mean, it looks really smooth, it looks really nice. Still kind of rough with the Poolish dough, but hey, we're gonna cook some pizzas and we're gonna find out. Does it make a difference? All right, all I'm gonna do is portion this out. I've got my dough scraper, I've got a scale, a little bit of olive oil. I don't think this is too bad as far as being sticky, but we're gonna see. So my goal here, like I said, is to get 7 dough balls, 260 grams each. Okay, we got our scale on. We're just gonna start eyeballing this, and we'll come back in just a minute and see how many dough balls we can get. 262, come on, come on. I will tell you, I do have the dough trays, but I really have started enjoying just you can get these at a restaurant supply store. And they work great. And I like them because, when I used to use those dough trays and I wanted to get dough out, I have to bring them out, get a couple dough balls out, and then put those back in the fridge so they didn't all get, to room temperature too quick, overproofed. This way, I bring out 2 or 3, 2 hours before we're going to start cooking, and then I'll bring out another 2 after I'm left these out for about an hour, and then, you get it, so on and so forth. And, just works really well. And when you're making your dough balls, I don't know, you're supposed to pinch under and pull this so we get a tight, smooth. I'm basically using my pinkies underneath to kind of pinch the two together, my 2 pinkies, to kind of close up that bottom and give me that nice, smooth surface on the bottom and close that up. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do, so I know my Biga dough balls, is I'm going to put a bee on all these. Okay, let's get our Poolish dough out, see what we think about that. First impressions, well, looks pretty good on the bottom, I'll say that. Hey, feeling a little better. Feels pretty good. Okay. Let's see if we can get 7 more dough balls at 260. I will tell you, the recipe for the Biga and for the Poolish, exactly the same, the total recipe. So how I started the Biga, the only difference being the difference between a Biga and a Poolish, go find out. But as far as the total recipe, the amount of flour, the amount of water, all of that, salt, all exactly the same. So the only difference is the starter. I gotta tell you, now that I have this out, I mean, you can kind of see this too. It's very similar. So, I'm very happy with the way both doughs right now are being handled and everything. This is great. It's going to be a fun battle tonight. We're going to really see if what's supposed to be the difference in Poolish and Biga starters, that chewy versus crispy, if that shows up, and that's kind of what we figure out tonight. All right, we are done with this portion of the video. We got our Biga dough balls, our Poolish dough balls. I'm excited. I've never had a pizza that I know of. I've never made a pizza with a Biga starter. So both doughs came out fantastic. We've got them portioned into 260 gram dough balls. Gonna throw them in the fridge for about 6-7 more hours, and then we'll pull them out a couple hours before we start our bake tonight. So see you back here in just a little bit.
Joe's gonna rush me.
She's gonna rush me.
We got a bed upstairs. That's okay.
She's gonna rush me.
Jane, she's like, I don't want to be rushed.
She work at what, 6:30?
She's gonna be like, okay, it's time. 9 o'clock.
I already talked up.
Which one did you make, Bryant?
Yeah.
Poolish.
Poolish. I like that one.
So this is a Poolish again. This
What
is
is-
a Biga.
You're not supposed to
Oh, sorry.
No, Poolish is 1 to 1.
1 to 1.
And Biga is 1 to 0.5, so half of the water
1
to
to
the
a half.
amount of
Right,
flour.
right. So a pound of flour and half of the water.
Tiny dog.
They don't.
Oh, so tiny.
Well, I smelled like
I don't even.
McCoy
It's like,
today, and I got
that's
some
just
in
that's
the
his
my dog-
name.
Let me tell ya.
Everyone's okay with Havarti, right?
You cheated.
What the hell?
Give me
Nobody-
all
it's
the
not-
Havarti.
Come see us.
No, yeah, everyone's
They
happy.
were like
Why
real
did McCoy
pissed.
go where you were?
They were.
Just
Show
It
the
just
cheese,
makes me
babe.
happy that we've got another generation coming up, and
That's awesome.
but yeah,
I talked
Is
to
that on the
Alex.
Napa hose?
no, Alex just sent that to me.
I talked to Alex the other day, and she said to me, she said,
You sent it to me?
She said, I
gonna
never
put that
in my life, it didn't bother me at all. She goes, usually I'm like, where's Lila? Who has Lila? She's out by the pool. She goes, I saw Jacob walking her across that walkway.
That little
skinny,
And she goes,
Did you see that video?
and she goes, I wasn't upset about it.
Brendan and Jacob, well, when we're all out there, they.
What is that?
If he did it twice, he did it 1,000.
Bear.
Oh my, stop it. He doesn't overcry.
He doesn't panic or anything. He just
This is the
Look at
Biga.
him light up straight.
This is the Biga.
light up boots.
So you have to stretch it out a
And
little
they
bit,
did
okay?
that.
You don't think? Not for this?
No, it's a little too hot.
Do we have another one of these? We can wait and put the other one on?
Yeah, I can do that. Let's go do that.
Okay.
I'll turn that off
Okay.
for a second.
Yeah.
Doing the same type of pizza, just 2 different crusts.
2 different crusts. See what you guys
Okay,
think.
so it's an honest
Fair
comparison.
Comparison.
And what are the types of cheeses we got here?
So we got whole milk mozzarella, low moisture. We
Okay.
got fresh mozzarella. We got some Havarti. We got pecorino, ricotta, and Parmesan Reggiano.
Oh, really?
Oh, he
It would be the Santa
ripped
Claus.
it?
We have pictures of my kids sitting on his lap, looking at him like, you are very familiar. And one of them grabbed the beard and pulled it down and figured, I can't remember which one of the kids did that, but they were all like, we know you.
How many cheeses are we putting on here?
6.
Super cute.
6 cheeses.
6 cheeses.
And caramelized onions.
And caramelized onions.
Oh, this is my favorite.
The ricotta.
Yes. Oh my God, I love ricotta cheese.
We did a.
No, because we're doing
love
Elf
the
on a
Snoop.
Shelf.
Where can I get a Snoop dog?
Next
love
year,
Snoop on a stoop.
I want to do Snoop on the
I
stoop.
love Snoop.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I love all this doggy stuff.
Prawn.
I do too. Like on a burger.
It's cooked onions. So like when I make a big salad,
Same.
I have to put the
But-
onion.
Oh, that.
Much better launch.
Yes. Yes. So now we know.
So this is the Poolish pizza.
Our
See how
favorite.
this comes out. Well, I don't know if it's our favorite. We've
Well,
never had a Biga.
That is true. Jane already called that was her favorite.
The Biga?
Yeah. They go, you haven't even had the other one yet. A lot more flour. Yep, that's what you need
Yep.
on a very humid day. Mm-hmm.
The guinea pig turned out good. There's a little sliver for you.
Yes.
Was it pretty good?
It's very
Great.
good.
Great.
Yes.
Like I said, you just want this to cook properly. One of them, Jonathan Waxman, goes, "This is a hot mess, but it's a really good hot mess."
And that's what I would
And
say
it
that
won.
first one was
Yeah.
a hot mess.
He goes, "This is a hot mess."
That
but
was a hot mess,
but
but
it's
it was
a
a
really
good one.
good, flavorful hot mess.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is fine.
So you had
Definitely see the difference.
you had the Biga first.
I got these.
This is
two
the
from
Poolish.
the Christmas store.
Yeah. I can't tell you which one I prefer, but I can tell you I definitely notice a difference.
Okay.
Okay.
So that means you like them both, but maybe for different reasons.
All right, let me finish this slice.
Okay.
Okay, I tell a difference.
So you're saying maybe you
I
don't
can-
like this one?
No.
I'm just
I
kidding.
just can't tell you which one I like the best.
Okay.
But I can tell you I do notice a difference.
I like this one.
Okay.
Better than the first one?
I think so.
Probably not as dense and chewy. Do you
Me
get that
too.
or no?
I like this.
Do you really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But yeah, I do 1,000% notice a difference.
I do notice the difference, and I think I like the Poolish much better.
Much better.
Yeah.
Why?
Poolish is
The
first one or
taste,
this
the
one?
taste, and it's not as chewy. I like a more crispier, thinner.
I did
Taste.
really enjoy the first,
I did like the first one too.
Okay.
but this is the kind of pizza that I gravitate
Poolish.
towards. The thin.
That's what this is.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
I really like.
Okay,
this.
that's interesting to me because I thought I've been doing Poolish all this time, and I thought people are going to like the Biga better, but
Well, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you that I don't
Yeah,
like
but you like this
I did
better.
really enjoy that. But
Okay.
there's something about this that I really like.
I tell you what.
Do another Biga.
Do two
yeah, I'm gonna do
more
another. I'm gonna
of
do two
each.
more Bigas. Yeah.
Let me just let me
Just to
try some more.
confirm.
Let me try
Yeah.
some more.
What are Jane's thoughts on the pizza?
I liked the other one. I thought it was my favorite. It's hard. I mean, they're
It
good.
is hard.
I think
You like the Biga?
the Biga.
I like
Okay.
this one.
You like this one,
I like this one.
and you need another pie to make a
Yeah,
decision.
I'm gonna need
Fair
one of
enough.
each.
I think I do
I
too.
need one of each.
Pizza's looking good. Getting some nice leoparding on the sides, so gonna get ready to turn this a couple more times, we'll pull it out. I'm gonna go over here where I have a little bit of air and see what we can see in here. Okay. Well, let's do right here too. And then let's do okay. So this is our Biga. You can see that we have way more air pockets through here. When I say way more, let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, pretty similar. Pretty similar. Okay, let's go with the Biga first. Really nice chew, and that's what you're supposed to get on a Biga dough. Let's go in and try the Poolish. You know, it's almost not fair. This one just came off, and being warmer, it makes a big difference. I didn't do a good job of, but just texture-wise, I don't know how much the cooling down. It hadn't been here, but maybe 5 minutes. That's probably not true. Maybe 10 minutes, but maybe that's enough to make a difference in the texture of the dough. I don't think so. That's really good. The dough is really nice, fluffy. Crust is good. The crust on the Poolish is just, again, I don't know if I cooked it better, if it was the first pizza in the oven, and you know, sometimes the first one's not the best one. But this is knocked out of the park. I mean, really, really good. The Biga fell a little flat for me for some reason, and you saw it in the bowls. It looked like it proofed up a lot more, like it had more air in it. So I thought it was going to be a better result as far as the crust, and it just didn't happen. So this is fun. This is the pizza hole that those of us who love pizza, love making pizza at home, we want to go down and experiment with. Had friends over last night. I'm going to show you some of their reactions to having both. I didn't really get a chance to sit down and just really evaluate these last night. That's why I'm doing it today. I will tell you, last night, my cooks, and I'll show you some pictures of the pizzas we made last night, but the Biga seemed to be my favorite last night. As I make these two today, the Poolish kind of comes out with a better result for me. So what's the lesson there? Just keep cooking with both and see what you like. Try each of these versions more than once and really think about how you're cooking these in the oven, temperature, rotation, and things like that, because I think it may make a, not may, I think it does make a difference. And I think I did a better job with this one than I did with the Biga. So, all right, that's it for this episode. We're going to keep making pizzas, trying some different stuff. The next pizza episode you'll see from me is doing a Chicago-style deep dish. That should be fun. We'll see how that goes. See you guys on the next one.